Okay. Alright. What is it? No, it's 18 now. Still Houston. Oh, don't ask me what day or what it is. I have no idea. Oh, it's Friday. I know that. All right. Friday, October 22nd. Oh, I still have the alarm set. No, whatever. Friday, October 22nd, 5:18 p.m. Yeah. Okay. Got more sweetener. What else in there? Okay, I've got flossers, basic, dial, hypoallergenic, 2 thingies of that. Got some toothpaste. More breakfast bars. What is this? Again, Open Nature, date bars. They still don't have my apple cinnamon, so I got peanut butter and chocolate chip again. 2 boxes. Yeah, it looks like it's going to take a minute for them to restock that. They did have paper towels. I was kind of worried they wouldn't have paper towels. I knew it would end up with me standing in a line for toilet paper in this country. That's alright. Whatever. No, actually, it's not alright, but there it is. Okay. Come on, corn. Vegetable, lasagna, Amy's. I still have 2 more entrees, so I'm not too fussed about that. But I figure everything's in flux right now, so what the hell. Having 1 extra frozen entree is a good thing. Well, I still have a freezer. I did go and ask at the office if it was possible for me to change my room. Apparently it is. I'm looking for ways to trim down my expenses. So, yeah. It may not be worth the effort. Oh, I also went to the UPS thing and yeah, I already opened the package because I'm doing my laundry right now. I know I usually do it in the morning, but it didn't want to work. Machine not found was what it actually told me. So I had to go out, get some quarters, come back and old school the thing to start. I usually use a scanner. I got an app on my phone. And you just scan the thing and then press the button. For whatever reason, machine not found. I tried all 3 washers, the same message, machine not found. So I had to go and get some quarters. I can't tell you where I got them because apparently there's some shortage and the person wasn't supposed to, so, well, I only got a few anyway. I got enough to do my laundry. Okay, so we're gonna, anyway, yeah, I got the, picked up my UPS thing. Actually worked quite well. I ordered 2 more of these pants. Navy blue and khaki. I'm wearing black. They're really scrubs. Who wears pants nowadays? Only when you have to go to the grocery store, right? Whatever. Anyway. Yeah, I know they're trying to crack down on that, but whatever. Oh, I also got No, it's not a dog toy, it's a space heater. Overheat safety shut off. Oh. Okay, I guess that means that it's pet proof. If it topples over, it shuts off. Anyway, yeah. It also gave me an opportunity, my little laundry issues gave me an opportunity to rummage through my suitcases and find a pair of long johns. So, yeah, I'm trying to prep for winter. Oh, I did remember to take my laminated sheet this time. And I needed it. So, yeah. Anyway, finally got my laundry started. Have to go back and forth on that. This is Cherokee Authentic Workwear. So, yeah, whatever. $15 for a pair of pants in an age when you really don't need pants anyway, so whatever. Let me put the cutter back. I'm moving everything and I'll probably end up doing myself an injury if I pay attention to where I'm pushing stuff. Alright, that's put away. Okay, so what the heck has been happening? Oh my god. Too much. I really didn't feel like doing this because there's too much to talk about, if that's possible. I was already on the plane to Turkey this week, to tell you the truth. Okay, figuratively speaking, I just put stuff here all over the place. Figuratively speaking, of course. But I stopped and started crunching numbers and realized, oh boy, what did I realize? I realized it would be at least 5 months before I go to Turkey. So, yeah. I mean, I guess I could request a loan, but I've already done the poor old lady lost on the other side of the planet looking for a job routine. I didn't enjoy it at all. I mean, I suppose it was an adventure, but what the hell? No, you know, I'm not a gambler by nature. Nothing ventured, nothing gained. Yes, I do agree with that, but you don't have to be an idiot about it. There is something called risk management. You can take risks without being reckless. Let me read my notes. I wrote the notes because I already had something planned, more or less planned. I had an idea of what I wanted to say, but it was too much. The few short video clips I uploaded previous to this, 1 or 2 days ago, whatever. Was that yesterday? It seems like a universe ago. It just seems like a whole lifetime ago. Ugh, too much. Okay, what's about wealth acquisition or wealth building or whatever? What is this? And, you know, I have the radio on a good portion of the day, and on Sundays they've got this financial radio show, and this person was talking about the difference between people, financially successful people, as opposed to those that are not well off, and what the difference is between the two. And he kind of threw out a few things there, and he said some things that really hit home, kind of thing. That, yeah, I agree with that. The nothing venture, nothing gain thing, or as he put it, everything has risk involved. Everything worthwhile has risk involved. You have to take risks. All right? That was one of the things. Another one was learn from people's successes, not from their mistakes. In other words, don't learn from the mistakes of people who fail. Learn from the successes of those who succeed, right? Achieve their objectives. Okay. What else? Well, a lot of his stuff was focused on real estate. The whole thing is investing, right? It's a financial radio thing. So, and he said things like, a personal home is a liability, whereas rental property is an asset. Paying off a mortgage, he referred to as dead equity. I got to get back on that one, but what he was saying along those terms, it seemed to make sense. As I am thinking about real estate and all that, and trying to weigh the pros and cons, a lot of what he was saying about buying real estate to use as a personal home being a liability, all the expenses, it's like a money pit, basically. It was, he made verbal my fears, my thoughts about it, in the back of my mind, why this would not be such a good idea. And yeah, I agree with that. Personal, if you're raising a family and you're raising kids and you want to move your kids to a nice neighborhood and you want to have your own home, and for whatever reason there's no way, and you choose to rent, which, by the way, he says buying a home for your personal use is definitely better than renting. Okay? But a home is a liability, but all the same, it's better to buy a home than to rent a home. Because renting, you really are throwing your money away. I mean, it's just, at least if you're buying a home, it's forcing you to save. Okay, it may stink as an investment, but it is forcing you to save, and it's definitely better than renting. But anyway, he was just. He also said something else that I absolutely have to agree with. If your job is your only source of income, you're in the highest risk category. Okay, that is the riskiest situation to put yourself in. So he was definitely pushing have a few sources of income. The more the better. But of course you do have to be somewhat focused. Being diversified, yeah. Diversification is always good in all my things. And yeah, those were the highlights of what that guy was saying. And they were also talking about this. This was not part of the show. A couple of days ago, they were talking about just listening to the news on the radio. They were talking about unemployment and employment and all those. And the people that had the least amount of trouble being employed were people with bachelor's degree, not masters, not doctorates, just bachelor's degree in the sciences and tech. Alright, so. What else was going through my mind? Okay, another point that was made, this again, this is from a different source, don't ask me who, I don't even remember. But employers rarely promote from within, whatever they say. I mean, if you're a world-class brown-noser, then you wouldn't be bothering watching a video like this anyway, because you've already got it all figured out, okay? But for those who find kissing up a challenge, if not an impossibility, getting promoted within in-house rarely happens, okay? So, I'm also keeping that in mind. Okay, I'm throwing all this stuff out because there's a lot of shifting I'm doing at the moment, okay? So, I've got all these ideas bouncing around the inside of my head kind of thing. So what else I wrote down? Yeah, basically, if you're going to college, find out what professions start you off at a very high salary. You know, 75,000 and up, right? Kind of thing. Entry level. That's probably going to be engineers, you know, IT, computer related science thing, whatever. Engineering and computer science thing. Because, yeah. Can't get away from needing all that. So, but obviously everyone has to do their research, figure out the 75,000 and up entry level, what it not necessarily appeals to them, what doesn't at least make them run out of the room screaming, okay? Because using college as a way to find yourself, I don't know if that there was ever a good time for that for you to do that, but now is definitely not a good time for you to do that. Put on top of that the fact that there's a lot of BS you have to maneuver through just to get that dang degree, just to get a bachelor's. We're not even talking about the advanced degrees in graduate school. Just to get the bachelor's, there's so much BS you have to maneuver around. You know, you can't tell off an instructor and expect him to be okay with it, and for that not to reflect, I mean, to a certain degree, you do have to toe the line. I mean, supposedly you're allowed to express your opinions and all that, but you can't be an idiot about it. And nowadays, you can get into really big fun. I mean, there's some, and they're just heaping it on. All right, they're not reducing the amount of BS. They're just piling it up. So, working towards I found it hard as an old fart, maneuvering around all the BS. I don't know how a kid's going to do it. Really, I really don't. So. Unless you are so remarkably malleable, you know, you just yield to everything and everything, you know, agree to anything and everything, you're going to have a heck of a time maneuvering through all this stuff. So do not use college to find yourself. Have a financial objective of where you want to go. One with that, just the bachelor's degree, because you have no idea. I mean, chances are, if you keep focused and you do just keep, chances are you will be able to obtain that bachelor's degree. But the master's degree, with all the barriers and the stuff, there's a good chance, unless you are a world-class brown noser, there's a good chance you will not be able to finagle a graduate school. Because that, unless you come from money and your parents are just flipping the bill and that's whatever is fine with them. Yeah. So really, just to if you really want to be able to get through this stuff, you really have to maneuver around the BS. Just stay focused on things that will pay you, $75K or higher, entry level. Because once you get in, the odds of, they would rather fire everybody and get new hires and just pay them the entry level pay than to increase anybody's salary. And if they can get away with it, they will. They do. It's really a dog-eat-dog business model that's prevalent nowadays. And yeah. So where does that leave me? Old fart, not an engineer, not IT specialist. Being an entrepreneur, right? So, or have your sideline income, which again, to me, I'm thinking real estate is probably the only real thing I can have some amount of confidence in. Because the more I'm learning about this thing, stock market and all that thing, that's what people that are generating a very good income, a high income, that's where they put their disposable income to save it. If they lose on the stock market, something tells me they can write it off in the taxes or however they're able to. They're not making their money on the stock market. They are protecting their money. Their income is their money. It's not whatever they win or lose in the stock market. So if you weren't clever enough to be born a Rockefeller, right? Focus on getting your bachelor's degree in engineering or computer science or whatever it is, IT. Whatever entry level will give you $75K and up, focus on just getting your bachelor, because that's enough of a challenge. Alright? I don't know how the kid's going to maneuver through all this, but whatever. That's what you need to be focused on. Because odds are you will not be getting a master's or doctorate. I mean, a kid thinks, oh, they can do anything. What's the problem? I'll just get a master's. So I'll take out a loan, this, that, whatever. Yeah, it's not that easy. No. It may be that easy to get a bachelor's degree if you can really stay focused and you work hard and you're persistent and all that blah, 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 blah stuff. Yeah, fine, you can get your bachelor's. And that's not easy. Again, it's not so much the math and science, it's the maneuvering around all the BS you got. The gatekeepers. I mean, this is how they're going to find a way, right? I mean, the status quo does not like social mobility. It hates it. It hates it, hates it, hates it, hates it. Completely. So they're going to throw a lot of BS in your direction, and you got to maneuver all that kind of stuff. So just stay. Do not try to find yourself. Use college to find yourself. Those days, if they ever existed, are gone. Okay? Unless you are so well off that you never have to worry about a paycheck, and you can just drift through college finding yourself. Okay? And if you know you're going to have to, at some point in time, earn money, earn a living, don't use college to find yourself. And it's a bigger challenge than you think. Not so much the math and science, but all the BS that's going to be thrown in, and you have to maneuver all around that as you're working on the challenging math and science requirements that those degrees entail. They have virtually made social mobility impossible, really. So, it's, there's a lot of BS. Okay, I got 27 minutes here. I don't know. I meant to do what was it? 5 it was 37 minutes. 30. Okay, it's been about 30 minutes. I got about 7 minutes on laundry. So, yeah. Okay, so that's too much going through my mind. I'm happy to announce that I didn't spend one penny to get to work this week. Yay. I mean, even if I did have to pay for the metro bus thing, I use the bus, okay? But, and Houston bus is only $1.25. So even if I had paid it, it would only have cost $6.25 to get to. Yeah. Where I work, I don't have to, so I can. So I actually didn't pay anything. I took the bus every day, back and forth. Yeah, I had to change my schedule, because the schedule I had previously, every bus would have had to leave. I got to take at least 2 buses schedule. Every bus would have had to leave on time, and I would have had to run from the last bus stop to work to get there on time. All right. So, I went in, I asked to change my schedule. I'm coming in an hour later every day. So now I could walk to work. With any luck, get a cup of coffee and be on my way. Because this old fart is not trying to have a heart attack or stroke just to get to work on time. No, not happening. It's not gonna happen. Okay, well, it's almost been 30 minutes on this thing. What else do I have to talk about? Oh, lots. But I mean, again, the tidbits are just flowing out of everything on me today, and have been for the last. Yeah, I was crunching the numbers earlier because I was telling them I had requested. I got a form to request time off. Let me tell you, I was halfway to Istanbul. No, but I crunched the numbers, and as far as I can see, in order to have enough for down payment and money in reserve, just in case things don't work out well, to continue on teaching, trying to get into teaching English abroad if it comes to that. In order to cover all those bases and whatever still, and whatever unexpected little thing, I'm looking at least 5 more months. Okay? I mean, if push comes to shove, I can jump on a plane tomorrow. It's not that, but it's just... Yeah, but I obviously won't be getting into real estate if that happens, kind of thing. Yeah. True, nothing ventured, nothing gained, absolutely true, but risk management is also a very good thing. And like I said, I am not a gambler by nature. If I find myself in a high-risk situation, things happen. That's the way it works. But I am not going to place myself in a situation that I consider too risky. Why would I do that? Why would I go into a situation with just enough, and that's if everything falls into place? Things are not going to fall into place. Don't worry about it. This is a very messy time we're living in. So, yeah, as far as my own strategies and whatever, and if promotion or whatever is possible, in-house or not. Let me put it to you this way. I went and looked again at how much teaching abroad, how much you can expect to make teaching abroad or whatever, and I looked as far as what you can earn being a property manager here in the States. Yeah, property manager 1L. So, if I can tinker a bit and find myself in a good situation that is sustainable long term where I'm at, that'd be great, right? If not, I want to have some idea about where I'm going to be focusing in on at this point in time. And considering the economy, and I've also looked at a few more videos about Turkey, and yeah, as far as working in Turkey, you're better off working in the States as far as your income is. I'm going to put a link to the video I found on Turkey. This is an expat talking about Turkey, and she's talking about some of the things she wished she had known before moving to Turkey. I'm going to put that link in there. So you'll get some idea about all the stuff that's bouncing inside my skull at this point in time. And I think my laundry is done. Or it's going to be done in a minute or two. It's probably done already. Okay, boys and girls, I will include that link about Turkey in the description area. And, wow, 35 minutes. Okay, talk to you later.